Hi, I'm Elizabeth and welcome to another crochet session. And today I want to show you how to crochet the Elizabeth stitch. For this session I will be using Paintbox yarn in Simply Chunky as well as a 6mm crochet hook. Let's go ahead and let's get started. To begin, make a slip knot. The Elizabeth stitch is a multiple of 2 plus 4. So for this session, I will begin by chaining 20. Now I have 20 chains. I'm going to add 4 more. From here, the first stitch would be the Elizabeth stitch. And it is going to be on the 4th chain from the hook. So I'm going to use the ridge loop of this chain. I'm going to insert the hook and pull up a loop. There's 2 loops on my hook. Yarn over and insert the hook into the same loop. Yarn over and pull up a loop. Now there's 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over again. And this time pull it through all 4 loops. Then secure with a chain 1. The chain 1 is counted as a stitch. And this is our first Elizabeth stitch. To make the next Elizabeth stitch, skip the next chain and work in the next chain. I'm going to insert my hook again. Grab the yarn and pull it through. I've got 2 loops on my hook. Yarn over, insert the hook into the same loop. Grab the yarn and pull it through. Now there's 4 loops on the hook. And yarn over again and pull it through the 4 loops on the hook. And then chain 1. We have made our second Elizabeth stitch. Let's do it one more time. I'm going to skip the next chain and then work the Elizabeth stitch into the next chain. I'm inserting the hook and pull up a loop. Yarn over and insert the hook once more into the same loop and yarn over again and pull it through. Yarn over and pull it through the 4 loops on the hook. And then chain 1. Continue this way all the way across. As you are going along, you will see that the technical terms for the Elizabeth stitch is a single and half double crochet together, secured with a chain 1. That's for the US terms. In UK terms, it would be a double half treble crochet together. Now I'll be working on the last Elizabeth stitch into the last chain. For the very first chain that we made, continue with the stitch and secure with the chain 1. So this is our first row of Elizabeth stitch. For the next row, we'll add an additional chains of 2. That will give us 3 chains in total and turn your work. Same as the beginning of row 1, we'll make the first Elizabeth stitch on the 4th stitch from the hook. The 4th stitch is actually the top of the last Elizabeth stitch. The stitch is very distinctive, not this one, but this one, which is the top of the Elizabeth stitch. Okay, let's go ahead and make the Elizabeth stitch. Same instructions. We'll skip the next stitch and work the Elizabeth stitch into the next stitch. Let's do it again. We'll skip the next stitch, which is the chain 1, and work the Elizabeth stitch into the top of the Elizabeth stitch from the previous row. Skip the next stitch and work the Elizabeth stitch into the next stitch. Continue on all the way across. I'm now towards the end of row 2. Instead of working the last Elizabeth stitch here, we're going to work the last stitch into the space the turning chain has created. Secure with the chain 1. We have finished the second row of the Elizabeth stitch. To continue on row 3, we're just going to repeat row 2 until we have reached our desired height. I will continue on and stay tuned as I want to show you the tension square for the Paintbox Yarn Simply Chunky using the 6mm crochet hook. I have done a couple of rows and I can reveal that the Paintbox Yarn Simply Chunky using 6mm crochet hook have 16 stitches to a 10 cm wide and 13 rows in a 10 cm tall. To let you know, this is my personal tension. This result is just a guide. It can be different when you tried it yourself. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you again next time.